This video is brought to you by CatBeast.com. Design your own custom snapbacks and hats.
What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. Tonight, we're going to cover all things NXT, September 13th, 2017. We got news on Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish. Not only do they have new merchandise that is available on WWEshop.com, but they now have been given an official name thanks to the taping tonight at Full Sail University. Also, I have news on the Mae Young Classic winner, Kairi Sane. She is now, according to Triple H, going to be competing for the NXT Women's Championship because of her victory over Shayna Baszler in the Mae Young Classic final. I will be reviewing that match and that show. I will be reviewing the finals tomorrow morning in its own separate video. But as per Triple H, Kairi Sane will be fighting for the NXT Women's Championship, but she may have to go up against 3 other women. I have exclusive news as to the plans for the NXT Women's Championship at TakeOver Houston in November. NXT tonight was highlighted with the main event of Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight, versus Wolfgang for the United Kingdom Championship. I wish we would see a little bit more of these guys, man. I love these guys. And there was a nice little stare down at the end, which could possibly lead to TakeOver as well for the new faction of Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish. Also tonight, Ruby Riott continues her feud against Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. We're going to go over all that stuff today in the review of NXT. I want to thank everybody for your loyalty and your dedication, man. You guys make this channel what it is. I want to thank all my fans for sticking with me. Thank you all so very much. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter and keep up to date on the channel, Twitter is the best way to do so, man. JDFROMNY206 on Twitter.com. If you guys want to subscribe down below to the YouTube channel, please do so, man. Daily uploads for Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, NXT, news and rumors, off the script every single weekend, gaming videos. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming as well for Destiny, Call of Duty, and a bunch of other things I got planned, man. So thank you guys so much. Subscribe down below and make sure that bell is turned on for all notifications. If you guys want to support the show, patreon.com/JDFromNY206. Fuck you to everybody that has seemingly turned their back against me. But those who are with me and part of the Goon Squad, thank you guys so very much. You guys can definitely support through Patreon. Mario Kart 8 gameplay today, man, went live. And it was the best one yet, exclusively on Patreon.com. Thank you all so very much for your continued love and support of that series. It's going to get better and better, believe me. But if you guys want to support, Patreon.com/JDFromNY206. Plus, you guys get great perks, such as early access to Off the Script and entry into my Off the Script Discord chat. So thank you all so very much for being a part of the Goon Squad on Team JD for Patreon.com. If you guys want to support, also, barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. You guys can use coupon code JD17 at checkout. Buy your merchandise, man, before the new Enzo Amore t-shirt drops. I'm trying to get in touch with Connor. The design is in production. I got to see what's going on with that, but it is being made, man. But if you guys want anything else, barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. Coupon code JD17 at checkout for 20% off your entire order. I want to thank Pro Wrestling Tees and Barbershop Window for being great sponsors of what I do here on the channel. And as always, all new listeners of the show tonight, you guys are going to get something for free just for listening to the NXT review, man. Audible is giving all new listeners of the podcast 30 days free to try their service out with one free audiobook of your choice. audibletrial.com/offthescript. If you guys got iPhone, Android, or if you're working at home from your PC, wherever Audible is available, you guys are going to get something for free. So cash in on that offer, man. audibletrial.com/offthescript. And if you guys don't like the service, you get to cancel at any time within the 30 days, and you get to keep your audiobook for free. Thank you guys so very much for all that you do and support this channel. We're going to get into the news and rumors, man. I got a few things I want to go over. Adam Cole and his new NXT stable gets a new name and new merchandise for NXT. It's a new era in NXT. This is Adam Cole's NXT now. He's going up against Drew McIntyre, who believes it's his NXT. This is one of the biggest stories of the year, not only in NXT, but in WWE. Adam Cole is now with the yellow brand. And the moment that he debuted, it was a monumental moment for NXT. He's been paired with Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly two men that he's worked with in Ring of Honor. Now, the trio has been causing issues in NXT with specific focus on Drew McIntyre blatantly disobeying William Regal's orders. So they do have a purpose, but they don't have a name. That all changed today. According to WrestlingInc.com, the trio has been given official shirts on WWEshop.com with the name The Undisputed Era. While this name hasn't been announced on WWE TV yet, Adam Cole did utter the words Undisputed Era on NXT television tonight. But it would seem that this is the official name going forward. It should also be noted that the three names on the back of O'Reilly, Fish, and Cole are visible, meaning at the moment it doesn't seem likely that another name will be added to the stable. Now, I'm loving what NXT is doing with this trio. This is the closest thing to the NWO that we've seen in a very, very long time. And with the influx of NXT talent coming in, with Lio Rush and Donovan Dijak, and you got Roderick Strong already on the NXT roster, they could seemingly add anybody at any given time and do a complete takeover, no pun intended, of NXT if they wanted to go that route. So we got to see what's going on with that. As far as the name, the Undisputed Era, it really doesn't signal a name that really jumps out at you. I wish they were a little bit more creative in picking a name for these guys. This is a stable that's going to have a major impact on NXT. I want one-word names. I want something that's going to stick out. I want something that's going to sound cool. Now, I would have honestly went with Dishonor or Dishonored. You know, it fits. It's got the perfect sound to it. It's got the nice ring to it, you know, like The Shield. You know, The Shield was named after a television show on Fox 5 here in New York City. You know, but maybe WWE didn't use Dishonored or Dishonor because of copyright reasons for Ring of Honor. I have no idea. That would have fit much more better. That would have fit beautifully instead of the Undisputed Era. That really doesn't sound like the name of a stable in WWE. It sounds like an album title, you know? Or it sounds like some fucking cheap verbiage that WWE would feed their announcers, you know, to just spitball to the audience while doing commentating on WWE TV. It doesn't really sound like a stable name. So they got shirts on WWE.com. They got the names listed on the back of the shirts. Nobody's being added as of right now. That could always change. Plans can always change in WWE. But it doesn't sound like a really standout name as far as a stable goes for a solid group of wrestlers that are trying to take over the entire brand. So we got to see what happens with Adam Cole and NXT. That is the name right now for Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly in NXT. The Undisputed Era. Now, as far as the Mae Young Classic, I don't want to talk about the Mae Young Classic here. I want to thank everybody for watching me live on Twitch. We watched it together. I didn't watch it up until tonight. I was very impressed with the match itself. It went longer than I expected. I think Kairi Sane did a very, very good job at bringing Shayna Baszler to the best match that she's had in this entire tournament. But Kairi Sane is the inaugural Mae Young Classic winner. And rumors are going around right now that the NXT Women's Championship will be defended at NXT TakeOver Houston. Triple H revealed that Kairi Sane will be wrestling at the event for the vacant NXT Women's Championship. That alone gets me excited because you guys know how hot the TakeOver crowds are. And they're going to go crazy for Kairi Sane. It appears that this could be even a bigger match than originally planned. Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter and James McKenna of Pro Wrestling Sheet both have indicated that the NXT Women's Championship will feature multiple competitors. Meltzer tweeted, and I quote, "So the NXT Women's title will be up in a multi-person match, it seems, and Kairi Sane will be one of those involved, probably in Houston in November." James McKenna, and I'm looking at these tweets, I don't know how Dave Meltzer isn't verified, but James McKenna is on Twitter. I don't understand that one. Another story for a different day, I guess. I don't know. Not really of great importance here. But James McKenna of Pro Wrestling Sheet works directly with Ryan Satin. FYI, he says, hearing from sources that whoever the winner is of the Mae Young Classic will be added to a multi-women match for the vacant NXT Women's title. Now, it's unclear at the moment how many women that means. Could be as simple as a triple threat match. It could also be 6 women. WWE can go the championship scramble route. WWE could do a fatal 4-way, a fatal 5-way. We don't know. We don't know. We're probably going to get a clearer picture as we get into a new set of TV tapings, but we'll see what goes on with that, and I will keep you guys updated on that and the NXT Women's Championship situation. Kairi Sane more than likely going to be the new person to take Asuka's spot and take Asuka's position as the woman of NXT. She's just born and bred. She's been booked to take Asuka's position. There's nobody else right now even close to what Kairi Sane can do. And tomorrow when we go over the Mae Young Classic, not only am I going to review the match between Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler, but I'm going to review and I'm going to give you guys my opinion on who WWE should sign from the Mae Young Classic. 16 of the 32 women I think that they should sign or have probably already signed, but I'm going to give you 16 of the names that I want to see on NXT television going into 2017 and 2018. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to do with you guys tomorrow on the Mae Young Classic Finals review. But as we know, Kairi Sane is going to be challenging for the NXT Women's Championship. She may be competing on NXT television as soon as next month. So we got to see what happens with this new set of tapings as soon as they get things squared away with the damage done to South Florida as it pertains to Hurricane Harvey. NXT tonight, man, really didn't feature anything of importance. It really didn't feature anything that's going to forward storylines outside of maybe Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, and Ruby Riott. We did get a beautiful United Kingdom Championship match tonight with Wolfgang and the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne. But this was the last set of NXT tapings for this particular set of tapings. NXT really doesn't have much going on for it right now in terms of TakeOver. We still have most of September here, and we have all of October, and then Survivor Series is like the third week of November, so we got plenty of time for NXT to really get the wheels rolling as far as TakeOver goes. But the show started off with Billie Kay and Peyton Royce versus Ruby Riott and a partner that was not there. Now, if you guys know, you were watching last week, Ruby Riott hunted down William Regal at the Performance Center and asked for a handicap match with Peyton Royce, and Billie Kay. So that was declined. William Regal says that he will do no such thing, but if Ruby Riott could find a tag team partner, he will book the match. He will book Ruby Riott and whatever partner she finds versus Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. Now, I didn't know what was going on when I first watched this. It was seemingly a handicap match. She had no partner. Nobody came out to help her. And then all of a sudden, when Ruby Riott was in a 2-on-1 situation, we got Nikki Cross just creeping around ringside. So she starts walking very slowly and gingerly over to Ruby Riott's corner. She wasn't there to start the match. And then all of a sudden, she blind tags herself in. So Ruby sends Peyton into Billie Kay, and they are reeling in the corner. And Nikki Cross gets on the apron, tags herself in. She starts cleaning house and grabs a quick swinging fisherman's neck breaker on Billie Kay. And I mentioned in the Twitch live stream tonight, I love that swinging neck breaker finishing move, man. It's like Elias Sampson's finishing move. Very, very devastating neck breaker by Nikki Cross. That was enough for Nikki. She did her job. She did the damage and then left. So Ruby Riott hits a top rope backsplash, pretty much was a top rope senton for the win here. 1, 2, 3 on Billie Kay. So that was that. Ruby Riott wins. She gets the one up on the Iconic Duo. And she stands perplexed in the ring as to why Nikki Cross helped her in this match. Now, I don't think this means Ruby Riott is going to join Sanity. I just think it plays into Nikki Cross being a psychotic woman who is all over the place. She hates everybody. So she came out randomly because that's what she does. She's unpredictable. She's psychotic. So she interjected herself in this match for no reason. She wants to fight anybody for no reason because that's what she does. And she helped Ruby Riott here against the Iconic Duo, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. We got a top rope senton from Ruby Riott, 1, 2, 3 at 4 minutes. Ruby Riott gets one over on Billie Kay and Peyton Royce with the help of Ruby Riott. Riddick Moss and Tino Sabatelli challenging Johnny Gargano to a match. Johnny Gargano had a nice one-liner here. He was pretty much making fun of both Sabatelli and Riddick Moss as they ridiculed him for his loss at TakeOver against Andrade Cien Almas. Gargano was pretty much like, well, at least I was at a TakeOver. What were you doing during TakeOver? Oh, that's right, you were watching it from your couch. So they pretty much, dug into Gargano, saying that he's nothing without a tag team partner. He's nothing without DIY. Just kind of ripping into him. So Gargano issued a challenge against one of these guys. So Riddick Moss, pretty much came up to the plate and challenged Johnny Gargano in a one-on-one match tonight for NXT. Before that, we got No Way Jose issuing Lars Sullivan a challenge. Someone has to teach Lars a lesson. And that's a challenge for next week. When I think Lars, I think of Lars Ulrich from Metallica. Somebody should teach Lars Ulrich a lesson in drumming because he's god-awful. It's been god-awful for years, man. I haven't seen Lars Ulrich actually perform at a decent rate since And Justice for All. That was the last time I seen Lars Ulrich actually do anything of importance behind the drum set, man. Ever since then, god-awful. God-awful. Lars may be the worst metal drummer in the history. Can you imagine what Metallica would sound like if they had a new drummer? Really? I think, actually, you know what? I've said this for years, and I don't want to get off course here. I don't want to turn this into Heavy Metal Hour by JD. I've said this for years, man. Lars holds Metallica back. Honestly, he is so garbage that I think he holds up and handcuffs the rest of the guys from writing better music than we're given. Honestly, can you imagine somebody with, a youth to them, somebody with more speed and precision and someone who can move their feet a little bit better than Lars? The amount of, epicness we'd hear from Metallica once again, I think actually Lars holds them back. That's just my honest opinion on Metallica. So when I hear Lars, I think of Lars Ulrich and how garbage he really is. But Riddick Moss and Johnny Gargano moving away from Lars Ulrich and No Way Jose. That's going to happen next week. Pretty much a squash incoming for Mr. No Way Jose. Let me see him Congo dance his way out of that one. Riddick Moss versus Johnny Gargano. This was a pretty good match, man. Number one, I'm loving Johnny Gargano's theme music. I really am. It really grew on me, man. I could see that music really playing up to the fact when Johnny Gargano really wins a big match or a title. I'd love to see him win a title. That's a really, really get behind Johnny Gargano type theme, man. They did a really good job with that theme song. I didn't like it at first. I thought the DIY theme was going to suit him a little bit better, but this one has really, really grown on me, man. It fits Gargano perfectly. Number two, I say this all the time. WWE, clearly they didn't use Sami Zayn in this role. I don't know what's going on with Sami Zayn. My favorite Uber driver. I said this about Sami Zayn, and I still think that about Sami Zayn if WWE wants to use him in that role, but Johnny Gargano is the perfect one if they want to push in that role to be Daniel Bryan-esque. I mean, the guy's just got the look. Every time you watch Gargano, he's getting his ass kicked, and you want to see him overcome the odds, man. He is booked perfectly in NXT. So, Riddick Moss and Tino Sabatelli, this is a good-looking team. This really is a good-looking team. Riddick Moss is huge. He's a lot bigger than the last time I see him. And that may be attributed to the fact that we don't see a lot of Riddick Moss or Tino Sabatelli. I wish we would. They have the dynamic. They have the look of a great-looking tag team. All they need is some theme music, which they got, and they need they need a new name. They need a team name. Because they got the makings, like I said, of a really, really good-looking tag team for NXT. So Riddick Moss and Johnny Gargano, this was pretty much a no-brainer, man. Riddick Moss is not going to win one-on-one against Johnny Gargano. Mauro Ranallo put over nicely that Riddick Moss, this could be a big step in his career if he beats a former NXT Tag Team Champion in Johnny Gargano. It wasn't really, a surprise here at all. Johnny Gargano was going to win this match. He got the Gargano escape. He had Riddick Moss in trouble, but he makes it to the rope for the save. Johnny Gargano was shocked that Riddick Moss made it to the rope. Johnny was freaking out. And Mauro Ranallo was talking about Johnny losing his confidence. He even sat there bewildered. How can Riddick Moss get to the rope? Tino then tries to interfere on the outside, but he eats a super kick from Johnny Gargano right in the face, knocked him out. And Johnny Gargano, with Riddick Moss coming in close, speared him through the ropes with that signature spear through the ropes. And he put Riddick Moss away at close to 11 minutes on NXT. Slingshot spear for the win here on Riddick Moss. Johnny Gargano beats Riddick Moss on NXT. Street Profits versus the Ely Brothers. Another good-looking tag team, man. The Ely Brothers are green as shit. Green as my neighbor's grass. But they got a good look to them, man, and they had this nice little attitude to them tonight. And the Street Profits, you guys know how I love the Street Profits, man. This is the next big team in NXT. They got the crowd behind them. They just bring a level of excitement to NXT. They bring a level of excitement into their matches. You know, they're so outlandish and they're so charismatic that the crowd loves everything that they do and they eat it up. And they got this plastic cup that's getting over, man. People were making fun of the plastic cup. They were saying the plastic cup was stereotypical. Everybody's got fucking plastic cups on their cell phones now, holding it up in the crowd. So the plastic cup is getting over. My God, the plastic cup is more over than Roman Reigns. My goodness. So the Street Profits and the Ely Brothers, this was a no-brainer as well. This was nothing but a showcase for the Street Profits. They did their thing. Offensive barrage here. Spine buster. And then a frog splash to put away Uriel of the Ely Brothers. 1, 2, 3. Dawkins with the spine buster, and then Montez Ford with the beautiful frog splash in the end to put away the Ely Brothers. Main event on this show, Wolfgang versus Pete Dunne for the United Kingdom Championship. Rumors going around that WWE is looking to get a UK-based show in the United Kingdom on the WWE Network. They are working out the plans right now. I should have more news on this, hopefully this weekend on Off the Script. It kind of was put on the back burner because WWE was going through a lot of budget cuts right now, and they clearly didn't want to, invest their time and their money into something. Meanwhile, they were trying to budget cut their way, out of certain things here. But Wolfgang and Pete Dunne put on a very, very good match, man. I wish these guys would give it another 10 minutes to go, to be honest with you. This would have been fantastic. Wolfgang and Pete Dunne for the United Kingdom Championship. Pete Dunne wins with the bitter end. One of my favorite finishing moves in all of the WWE. Pete Dunne hit the X-Plex, cuts Wolfgang off, but he's right back with a delayed superplex off the top rope. Wolfgang hit a superplex on Pete Dunne. That was gorgeous, man. Super delayed superplex off the top rope. Beautiful. His howling hits knees through, and Dunne slaps on a cross arm breaker, reverses it, and then into a pop-up power slam for a 2 count on Pete. Forearm to the jaw, cuts Wolfgang off, and then the bitter end to retain the United Kingdom Championship at 11 minutes. After the match is what really people were talking about. It broke down. We got the Undisputed Era, or what I'm going to call them Undisputed, because Undisputed Era really doesn't sound, like I said in the beginning, a stable name. Doesn't sound like a stable name. Undisputed comes out. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish. They circle like a pool of sharks around Pete Dunne. So Pete Dunne got in a nice shot on Kyle O'Reilly. And then a 3-on-1 beatdown for Pete Dunne. Wolfgang makes the save for Pete Dunne. Then the trio of Fish, O'Reilly, and Michael Cole. Adam Cole comes in and beats on Wolfgang. Pete Dunne does what I would have did. He rolled out of the ring. He got the hell out of there. And he was looking on as they were beating down Wolfgang. He was looking like he was going to make the save, but he went into the ring, grabbed his title, and ran right back up the ramp. Typical Pete Dunne heel cowardism. I love it. It was fantastic. And then we had Tyler Bate come out. We had Trent Seven come out to help Wolfgang because Pete Dunne left him laying in there. He left him like a hapless soul in the ring. So it looks like we might get, depending on when WWE gives it to us during a random taping at NXT or at TakeOver, we might see Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne, and Wolfgang versus, not Pete Dunne. Tyler Bate, Wolfgang, and Trent Seven against the Undisputed. So we might see that on NXT TakeOver in Houston, man. We don't know yet. But the way things are going, probably not. It looks like Drew McIntyre really doesn't have an opponent lined up for TakeOver. I'm assuming it's going to be Adam Cole. So we might get that leading up to TakeOver. Kind of throw those guys into the fire, give them a first match as a trio on NXT television, then Adam Cole can concentrate on Drew McIntyre. We'll see what happens with that, man. But that was NXT. There was really nothing else on this show. There was really nothing of importance here. It was just a solid show with some decent action. Street Profits got a win. We've seen Pete Dunne and Wolfgang. We've seen the United Kingdom guys tonight. Ruby Riott gets one over on Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. And that was pretty much it, man. That was pretty much it. News on the Undisputed. They got a new name. They got new merchandise. Kairi Sane in the news. Going to be fighting for the Women's Championship at TakeOver Houston. Like I said, not really a lot going on at NXT right now until we get to the next set of TV tapings right now, which have been delayed because of the hurricane damage down in South Florida from Hurricane Harvey. I will let you guys know what goes on with that, and we will keep the ball rolling with NXT, man. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up, and I will be back hopefully tomorrow. If I have something, I will upload something. Thursday is usually a very, very slow day for uploads for me. I usually don't upload anything on Thursday. I usually record off the script on Thursday for Friday. So we'll see what happens, man. If I'm in the mood, I might upload a gaming video or something. But if not, I'll see you guys on Friday for Off the Script, episode 187. I'm JD. Follow me on Twitter, at JDFROMNY206, and hit that subscribe button down below and turn on that bell for all notifications, man. Thank you guys so much. Have a great Wednesday night, and I'll see you all on Friday for Off the Script. I'll talk to you later.